Hey yo, what's going on, boys? Mike here, back with another video. So for today, guys, we'll be covering the new devlog that just got released, number 8, and it's been a minute since the last one has been released. So with that being said, not everything will be covered in this video. If you want to go check it out yourself, the devlog will be linked down below in the description. And development blogs are always great to look at in case you're wondering what the development team is up to. I know it's my way of figuring out what's going on because I'm not gonna lie, I've been out of touch with the BRM5 community. I've been doing my own little thing, but also I've been here and there, like for example the bunker raid, and figuring out the 25v25 has been confirmed. So this does help a person like me, and hopefully helps a person like you who've been maybe in or out of BRM5, and now you can see what they've been up to. And to practically kick it off, we have a new community manager. Now I know they've been through a couple of these people, and hopefully this one is the right one because it is now Jaden, and pretty much Jaden will be responsible for the social media part of BRM5 and the community side of things. Now, in case you guys don't know, the community manager in the past hasn't been the greatest. Now, I've always made videos of saying, oh, they need to do more, they need to bridge the communities together, and Jaden is already on the right track. This is because one, he actually acknowledges that the relationship between the BRM5 community and the development team needs to improve, and he's already begun doing that. One of the few things that he's actually starting to do is he's going to be working on a developer's stream. Now, what this means is it's an opportunity to interact with the talented BRM5 team, and of course the community members, which is us, will be able to ask questions and gain insights into the development process. Now, this was on the development page, and you could go check it out yourself. One thing too that he's going to be doing is continuing the top 5 PvP submissions in the community, because those are always nice to see what's going on with PvP. Now, and speaking of PvP, to roll into the next thing is 25v25. Now, before we do roll into that, I do want to mention one last bit with the community manager is I really do hope this is the one. Like I said, it's already off to a good start. I'm happy to see that, and honestly, I'm not upset with what they're doing, honestly. Like the last ones I was upset because honestly it was the same thing. They're like a puppet. They do the same thing over and over and over. But this one's different, alright? So we're looking good right now. That's all I can say. We're looking good. And like I said, I haven't been in touch with the community, but I'm happy to see that they're actually working actively to grow the community with the development team and strengthen the relationship between the two. Now, switching gears onto the 25v25, we have a new Heart Valley map that is going to be coming into BRM5. Now, of course, it's for the new PvP game mode, and this map was worked on by multiple developers. And honestly, by the looks of it, I'm excited. I can't wait for this. And I want to pull up something real quick. We've got a sneak peek of the Heart Valley mansion, and honestly, there's probably going to be a lot more interior buildings and things that you could actually go through and battle others in. And I want to put this next picture up because this got me very, very excited and got my brain thinking here. All right, look at this real quick. It's the Heart Valley foliage. Now, I want to put out here, this gives back so much nostalgic feeling, even though I don't even think it was intended to, but for the first map of BRM5, because one, it felt like you were actually surrounded with lots of forest, trees, and also there was a mountain part, if I do remember, like Rocky Mountains. I don't know if it was a volcano, I can't remember exactly, but it was on the first ever map. It's one of those maps that was in dev. Some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you don't. It's with the Russian base and the naval docks, right? When you had to travel to those locations and the other ones around the map, most of it was on this sand, not sand, but pretty much like dirt, or maybe it was sand and dirt, pretty much paths, and there was so much forest type of terrain. And here you have the same thing, and I can't wait to feel that again, because sometimes when you're traveling through BRM5, it doesn't have that type of feeling again. But just judging off of this, it just feels very nostalgic, and it feels nice to be actually trapped around that terrain, and it's honestly looking amazing. So for this 25v25 map, I can't wait to be playing on it because it's just going to give that nice feeling to BRM5 like I once had. Now, one of the things that they will be changing in Toronto is the snow, and of course with the new season coming up, they are pretty much going to be switching out the snow back to normal season. And I want to be pointing out here, they will be replacing Alchara. Now, if you guys don't know, Alchara is the desert base, and I would say practically it's the first base that everyone raids in the game when they're new to the game. And of course, that was actually my first base that I rated on Resurgence, and I want to put out, they will be adding a new biome to it, which will be a tundra landscape, and this is going to look interesting in BRM5. And I want to put out, they aren't just releasing, or they aren't just replacing Alchara, it's going to be in the RGE stock map. And when I see a stock map, I'm going to guarantee that Ronograd's probably going to be in there too, because there's probably going to be a new Ronograd map coming, who knows. But I did hear some talks about that, and it does make sense. If they said RGE stock map, that can't be the only map that you could be pulling out there. in the future. So stay tuned for that. That is all when it comes to map design, and I love things like this. So yo, devs, if you're watching, I love to see new maps, and I love to see development of that. It's one of my favorite things, and honestly, I think it's one of your favorite things too as a viewer. Let us know down below, because it just gets me going, just seeing these new maps, and just I feel like that's such a huge part to a game, and it's like it just gets you excited. Now, moving on, we aren't going to be talking much about this, but I'll be showcasing some of the pictures. They are going to be releasing new firearms and accessories. Now, it kind of is a joke now, because I did talk to Panzer, and I forgot another developer I talked to too. We just be making jokes now about the gun updates, because I mocked it the other time in a video saying that it doesn't really matter. So whenever I do see this, it still is the same thing. It doesn't really matter to me, but I know there's a couple of you guys that actually enjoy watching. We're not watching, but seeing the new weapons and accessories and pretty much attachments being added to BRM 5. So I just popped up a couple new ones. We got the G17 also being added into the game, which is pretty cool. I will say though, the models that they do showcase look very nice. I will say, I'll give them that. It's not that I'm against these weapons being worked on. It's that I look forward to other things in BRM 5 than the weapons, right? Like, there's so many cool things to look forward to, and I feel like the weapons is just at the bottom of my list, because BRM 5 is such a good game when it comes to that. You have vehicles, aircrafts, you have maps, you have nature. Like, there's so many other cool things. PvP. It's just weapons are just down there for me in the priority list, and that's why I always be preaching about how I don't mind, or I don't like weapons. It's just a thing of mine, and hopefully you guys understand that I'm not trying to come off of, oh, we don't need new weapons in the game, nor attachments. It's just not a priority of mine. I feel like when I see a new map, or if I see things that is game-changing game modes, I feel like that's such a higher priority than weapons. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. That's my whole reasoning and my statement on the whole I don't like these weapon updates joke. But pretty much that's about it, boys. That's all the devlog has to offer. Like I said, there is one other part I didn't actually mention in this, but like I said, you guys could go check it out. It'll be in the description down below. You guys could check out a lot of the other pictures that I didn't show up. These videos are meant to just overview the highlights that I find interesting from the dev blog. But honestly, guys, we don't have a date, but I will say when they do release it, you could check out the streams that I'll be doing and the videos too, because honestly, I can't wait to get back into BRM 5 content. And with the release of this 25v25, it is going to bring so much more content. And like I've said before, this is something they had to do from the beginning. You can look back at old videos. I've always preached for them to do this, because I feel like we've all joined BRM 5 because we've seen what its true potential could be. And like I said, the vehicles are such a strong strength they have, and they're finally capitalizing on it, and they're using it in the 25v25, because let's be honest, what other game is like BRM 5 with these type of vehicles? I think that's why we all love BRM 5, for this type of reason. So for them to capitalize it is huge. I can't wait for it. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and also join the Discord down below. I also have a Twitch, you could check it out, MikeJTL. I'll be streaming there pretty much every week, three times a week at least. So yeah, go check it out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.